Aloha, and welcome to another edition of News Bites. Every year, about 140 Hawaiian Electric employees gather at a facility on Sand Island Access Road, and along with representatives from state and federal agencies, engage in a day-long drill. While the proposed scenario is fictitious, the reason for the drill is very real: responding to an environmental disaster. Recently, we witnessed how quickly the environment can be impacted by the uncontrolled release of a substance. Molasses seems harmless enough, but a recent spill in our waters turned toxic, killing fish and coral. Sadly, there was no plan for dealing with this kind of spill. Now imagine the same scenario. No plan, no drills. But instead of molasses in the water, it's oil. When Congress passed the Oil Pollution Act of 1990, it mandated that parties whose activities involved the use, transport, or storage of oil must conduct spill response exercises. Since the early 90s, Hawaiian Electric has done just that.
Typically, our oil spill exercises starts off with the facilitator, and that would be me, presenting the spill management team with this scenario. What is happening? How much oil is in the water? And from there, we follow the incident command system planning process, which involves a bunch of meetings, planning cycles to eventually help us develop the incident action plan.
In 2004, Hawaiian Electric adopted the National Incident Management System, NIMS for short. The system brings the key stakeholders in the incident together as the Unified Command. The Unified Command provides oversight and guidance for the event response. The four main management functions are operations, planning, logistics, and finance.
Because we use the incident command system, and we practice that not only for oil spills but for other events that would occur in the company, we're rehearsed, we understand the process, we understand the key strategies as well as tactics in order to implement that. And it's the same process that our partners use, whether it's the Navy, the Coast Guard, or the state.
As somebody who's been doing emergency response for over 20 years, I find these extremely valuable. One, to get face-to-face interaction with our partners. So in case something actually happens, an incident that actually happens, we actually know who we're dealing with, and they understand our expectations as well as we understand what your concerns are as a company.
The specific scenarios change from year to year, but one thing is constant, and that is the scenario always involves an oil spill near or on the water.
The main steps that we would go through to respond to an incident is to first isolate the spill or the leak, stop the oil from continuing to enter into the water. So the next step would be reporting. So that would involve reporting to external agencies. And the other part of reporting would be internal reporting, notifying the rest of Hawaiian Electric that something's going on and we need to assemble the spill management team. Once the spill management team has been activated, then some of the steps they go through is to start to contain the spill and recover oil, and then also to protect sensitive areas.
A real oil spill would have serious environmental, financial, and safety consequences. So it's absolutely crucial that we practice just all the aspects that we can on how to respond so that, God forbid, the actual event ever comes, we're ready and able to respond the way we need to protect our community.
I would rather have things go wrong during a drill than during an actual incident. I think that's one of the great things about having these drills annually, is that you get to train new personnel as well as take experience from your seasoned veterans and pass that along to your newer personnel without actually having oil in the water or lives at stake.
making sure we're prepared for if something does happen is very important to the company and to the state. We have to really make sure that if we do have a significant incident, that we are able to control and contain and fix the problem in the most efficient manner as possible.
This year's drill included the U.S. Coast Guard, the Hawaii State Department of Health, the Navy, the City and County of Honolulu Department of Emergency Management, HIE PAR, PENCO, the Marine Spill Response Corporation, and the Clean Islands Council. Mahalo to everyone for all of your hard work and for your commitment to protecting our island environment. This has been a Hawaiian Electric Company News Bite. Thanks for watching.